Hey gang, welcome to the Maresa Ng official channel where we help businesses to grow. So today I really want to talk a little bit about some business owners that they figure it out in business and they are like their businesses are purring with profitability, and you see them often they're playing golf in the middle of the day, they're taking their kids shopping and they're buying stuff, and like, wow, you're having the time of your life, and then sometimes when you go and ask them, hey, how do you do this? This is so amazing, and they go, I think it's a lot of good luck. L-U-C-K, good luck. That's great advice, but what am I going to do with that? And so sometimes, I feel that a lot of business owners that have figured it out, it's not that it's luck really, but I also ask, is it because did you really know what you did that got you that far, that great, to have an awesome business and an awesome life as well? So in today's video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about uncovering that secret of a lot of what these entrepreneurs have figured out, and they label it luck. Yeah, I don't really think it's luck. They figured out something, and that's what I'm gonna tell you today. I have a very special bonus for those of you who watch these videos until the end, and I really want to be able to share that with you because that's going to help you heaps ways forward. But before I do that, I really want to share with you that really big secret. Now, how is it that some entrepreneurs are going into business for themselves and they're busting their butts and they're working night and day and they're chaotic, they're pulling their hair, sometimes you make appointments with them and they cancel at the very last minute. It's as though they don't entirely know what's going on in their day, and they're struggling to pay bills, And when you're in business like that, why is it that some entrepreneurs figure it out and some are just knocking their heads? Is because of one thing. They understand the difference between working in the business and working on the business. Now that's a very critical difference. A very critical difference because the successful entrepreneurs that we all know, and this is a key part, they know how to work on the business. Now, let me first get into some definitions. What is the meaning of working in the business? When you're working in the business, you're always doing something that relates to a customer, a client, so you're trying to prepare an invoice, you're trying to deliver, you're trying to make the flowers, you're trying to design a program, you're trying to arrange for that travel tour, whatever it is that you're doing so that your customers will get the product and then they pay you. That's work in the business, all right? What's work on the business? Working on the business is everything else in the business that does not have anything to do with customers. It's everything else. So working on the business, what are those things? You see, working in the business will make you money for the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, depending on what kind of business you're in. But working on the business will give you a sustainability for the next couple of years, and working on the business is the only way you get to be in business on your own terms. Which means working on the business is what will determine if you are in business with the best quality of life. Now you see those guys that are jet setting, they're traveling, they're having a ball, they're working out, they have all this fantastic family time, they're having a good time, but at the same time they have the money to enjoy it. Why? Because working on the business, which is one critical area, working on the business, and they know this, is about building very powerful leverage in the business. And they know this. Successful entrepreneurs, they know this. They know that, yeah, I do want to get more results. I do want to be able to be more and more profitable, but I do not want it to make me busier. And that's one very important thing the successful entrepreneurs know. That's why they work on the business. So what is working on the business? Working on the business are building your business plans, having very, very clear directions, understanding your margins, training your employees, systematizing and creating powerful SOPs. Why? Why do a lot of successful entrepreneurs do this? Because they want to continue making more and more money without losing less and less of their time. And that's how you have a business that gives you a great quality of life. That's very, very powerful. So, here are two questions that I have for you. Ask yourself, how much time do you spend with customers? If you look at your calendar for the week, how much time are you investing with customers? And how much time are you investing in your business, working on the business? So it's very, very easy to calculate. Every time you have FaceTime with a customer, that's an hour chalked up that goes to working in the business. And every time an hour goes into building your SOPs, reviewing your plans, training your employees, that hour goes into working on the business. So ask yourself, how much time, what's your ratio right now? All right. Second question, how long exactly have you been away from your business, one whole stretch, without having to manage your business from some other site? Yeah, you could go for a holiday, but you're always on the phone managing your employees from Thailand or from Singapore, from Perth, wherever you're on a holiday, but you're always on the phone. That doesn't count. So how long have you been away for a nice whole stretch without managing your business? Ask yourself that. Now, because we have all these check-in questions for a lot of entrepreneurs, and some of you may be further along, purring away with profitability and having a great time spending all that money that you've made from business, and some of you are still, chugging along. You're not getting it. That's why I built this checklist, and you can download this checklist. This is the working on the business checklist for business owners like you to check in. Just download this entire checklist. Is inside the description of this video, and I enable it for you. Please start checking in with yourself. What are some of these immediate areas you can start leveraging? It's going to give you plenty of ideas as well, right? So I want to be able to give you that so that you know what to be able to do for yourself. And gang, remember to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, some of you are watching this video from Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever we are friends at. But remember, a lot more videos are sitting on my YouTube channel. So hit subscribe, go to my channel, Maresa Ng Official, and hit subscribe. But also tap on the small little bell, because when the icon changes and there's a little bracket around it, what happens is that every time I come up with an awesome video like this, you're gonna be notified. So gang, remember this. It's all about having a great business and a great life, because being in business is about having more life. Take care, and I'll see you next week. So guys, I want to be cut. I have a very special